Today we'll be making a fun project that is great to make for yourself, but also as a gift. We'll be making photo keychains using your Cricut machine as well as your home printer. You don't need a special printer for this project. If we're just meeting right now, hi, my name is Nisha. Welcome to Little Craft Nest. Here's a list of all the supplies you'll need for today's project. Now you'll see laminate sheets on that list. Laminate sheets are completely optional, but we'll get to that a little later in the video. We'll also be testing our keychains to see how well they hold up with water, so stay tuned for that. Let's jump onto the computer and get started. We're gonna start off with a new project in Cricut Design Space, and the first thing we need to do is import the photos that we want on our keychain. So to do that, we're gonna go over to Upload. And I've already uploaded a few here, but I want to show you how to do that. So what you're gonna do is click on Upload Image, and then you can either click on Browse or find your picture on your computer and drag and drop that image onto your screen. Click Continue, and there's nothing we need to do on this page, so click Apply and Continue. And because we'll be printing out our image, we're gonna choose Flat Graphic, and then click on Continue. Now right here you can name your image if you want. I'm just gonna call it Horses, and you can give it some tag names as well, and then click on Upload. So now I have my picture here on my canvas. I'm gonna shrink it down because it's rather large. And then we're gonna grab a circle. So go over to Shapes, and we're gonna select the circle. And I'm gonna change this to a guide layer so I'm able to see through this shape here. So under Operation, click on the basic cut where that drop down arrow is, scroll all the way down to the bottom and click on Guide. And now we just have a red outline of a circle. Now if you're having a hard time seeing that, you can go down to the bottom of your screen, you can zoom in a little bit. So we're just gonna use this circle here as a cookie cutter, and we're gonna slice this photo. So I'm stretching this circle over top of the horses here. Make sure the circle doesn't go over any of your edges because we want a perfectly round circle. And then when you're happy with where it is, we're gonna slice these two layers. So in the layers panel, you'll see our circle guide layer here, and we've got our horse picture. So I'm gonna select them both by dragging my mouse over both those layers, and you'll see in the layers panel that they're both selected because both of those layers turn green. And now we're gonna go below the layers panel and click on Slice. So here's our guide circle that we used, and here's the photo we want to keep. And this is the piece we cut out. So we no longer need this piece right here, so I'm just gonna click on Delete. Now my keychains are only 2 inches in diameter, and so this is way too big at the top. You can see it says it's 4.2 inches. So we're gonna shrink this down, but I'm not gonna make it 2 inches because when I measured my keychain, it seemed like it was actually slightly smaller than 2 inches. And so I actually played around with the size of this. I cut out so many circles trying to determine what I should make the diameter of our circle photo here. And what I found worked best was 1.97 inches. So I previously made a few other keychains with a 2-inch photo, but what I found was sometimes the sticker was hanging over the edge. And then I tried 1.9 and I found the sticker was too small, and I found 1.97 inches that seemed to cover the circumference of the circle the best. So that's what we're sticking with. Now, in case you're wondering, these are not my horses. As much as I would love some horses, I got this image off of Canva and I'm using that for my keychain. But I also uploaded a few other photos that we're gonna be using. So let's head back over to Upload. And I've got these puppies here. Again, these are not my puppies, sorry to say. And I've got some family pictures here as well. So I'm gonna add these all to my canvas. Now these photos are rather large, so it may take a few seconds for them to appear on your screen, especially since I did 3 at once. So here they are, and we need to shrink these all down because they are just way too big. All right, so let's separate these. We've got 3 more images here that we want to turn into keychains. So we're gonna do the same thing we did for our horses. Gonna grab my guide layer here, and you can see it's going behind my photos right now. you want it to go on top so that you're able to see that red outline. So go over to the layers panel here, grab that slice layer, and then just drag that to the very top. And now that red line will appear in front of your photos. And we can make that smaller as well. We're gonna be sizing our images after we slice them, so it doesn't really matter what size you currently have the circle at. So let's do this picture here. So you can zoom out or in as much as you want. Get that circle to where you want it to be. And then we're gonna select those 2 layers. I've got my sunflower picture with the guide layer. And then we're gonna go down to the bottom right and click on slice. And then we can remove those excess pieces, delete that background piece, and grab our photo and size that to 1.97 inches. So now we've got 2 images ready. So let's quickly do that with these other 2, and then I'll show you how we're gonna put this all together. All right, so I've got 4 images all done here. I don't need this guide layer anymore, so I'm just gonna delete that. And I want the photos to be on both sides of the keychain. So I'm gonna select all 4 of my photos here and then go above the layers panel and click on duplicate, which is the box there with the plus sign in it. So now I've got 2 photos for each of my keychains and we're ready to press make. So you'll see all your images here on the screen. And if you want, you can move those around and reorganize them on your screen, but you really don't have to. You can just leave them where they are and then click on continue. And then click on send to printer. And if you get this little box popping up here, this is actually new. They're just letting you know that there'll be an arrow in the top left-hand corner of your page so that you know which way to put your print then cut paper on your Cricut mat. If you don't want to see this message again, you can click on don't show this again and then click on next. I'm going to be using my Epson EcoTank printer, which is just a regular inkjet printer, and you should be able to use whatever printer you have in order to print these out. I'm going to be doing 1 copy and I'm going to leave the bleed on. What the bleed does is basically extend your picture out just a little bit so you get a little more ink around the outside of your image so that when your Cricut is cutting out these circles, if the calibration is slightly off, you're not going to end up with white edges. But on that note, make sure you do calibrate your Cricut machine if you haven't done that in a while. And if you need to learn how to do that, let me know in the comments and I'll direct you towards the right video. I'm also going to turn on my system dialog. So turn that toggle on and then click on print. Now, because I clicked on use system dialog, there's a box that's supposed to pop up, but you may need to play a little game of hide and seek. It's usually hiding behind your Design Space application. So move that around. There it is. And now we can change our printer settings here. So I'm going to scroll down and under media and quality, I'm going to change my media type and I'm going to change this to photo high gloss paper because I am using glossy sticker paper, and that automatically changed the quality from normal to best. Now, if you're using a different printer, your settings may look a little different, but I would suggest if you're able to choose a setting that allows for glossy paper. Then you're going to put your glossy sticker paper into your printer. Make sure you're putting it in the right way. For my printer, I need to have the side I'm printing on facing down. And then go ahead and click on print. Then Cricut has a new pop-up here about your print quality. Just click on done. And now we're gonna set our base material. I'm gonna click on browse all material. And the Tech Wrap glossy paper that I'm using, Tech Wrap suggests to do a pressure setting of 300. So you could make your own custom setting, and if you want to learn how to do that, let me know in the comments and I'll send you over to the right video for that. Or you can type in holographic and choose the holographic sparkle iron-on mosaic setting because this setting has a pressure setting of 300. So we're going to use that today. I'm going to click on that and then click on done. Then grab your printed sticker sheet and place it on your Cricut mat the same way that it appears on your screen. I like to use a brayer over top of my sheet just to make sure it sticks down on the mat well. I did put a piece of paper in between my brayer and my photos just to make sure that the ink doesn't transfer onto my brayer. It normally doesn't happen, but just to be safe, I like to do that. Another option is to lay a laminate sheet on top of your sticker sheet like I did for these other stickers that I printed out. Unfortunately, this was my last laminate sheet. I need to buy some more. So I didn't apply the laminate to the sticker sheets that we just designed. Now, if you decide to do this step, you will need to change the cut setting for your Cricut machine. So for these ones, I did a pressure setting of 350 with 4 passes. And if you're interested in the materials that I use for this project, I'll have them all linked down below in the description. Then you can slide your mat into your Cricut machine and get those stickers cut out. Your Cricut will first shine a little light on those corner registration marks so that it knows exactly where to cut, and then it will cut out each of your stickers. So here's our stickers cut out here, and that one's kind of sticking there, but there we go. So these turned out really cute, and now we need to apply them to our keychain. So here is my bag of keychains. You can use these for a lot of different things. You can put vinyl on them, you can engrave them, but today we're putting photos on them. So let's start off with these horse ones here, and we're gonna stick these on top. So these keychains here, they come with a protective film on both sides, so you do need to peel that off first. So I'm using a weeding pen here, and I'm just gonna grab that layer and peel that off. And I'm gonna use this same weeding pen here to peel the sticker back here. You can use your nails to peel it back, but I'm just gonna use my little tool here because I find that makes it so much easier. So I've peeled it back a little bit, and I'm gonna fold it back like this. So I'm not peeling the entire sticker paper off the back. And then I'm gonna line it up on here. So I kind of use my thumb here and I push the sticker against that so that I have it going right up to the edge. And then you can push down that one edge that you have on there, make sure it's lined up nice. And then you can grab the rest of your sticker paper backing and just pull that off and push the rest of your sticker on. And that is on there perfectly. It looks so good. So now we're gonna grab the other horse sticker and put this on the other side. Let's peel the protective film off the other side of the keychain. Don't forget to do that. Peel the sticker backing backwards, fold that down, and then we're gonna line this up again. And then grab that backing and push down the rest of your sticker. And if you want, you can grab a squeegee and just make sure you don't have any bubbles in your image and making sure it's stuck on there really well. And then I'm gonna take my pin pen again, and if you look at the side there, you'll see the air bubble of where the hole is for the keychain. So we didn't pre-cut holes into our stickers because that would make it really hard to line up. So I'm just gonna use my pin pen to do that. So I can see that air bubble there, so I know my hole is here, and I'm just pushing that in there and then moving it around in a circle, and I got my hole there. So we have to do that on both sides of the keychain. So then you can grab a keychain here. Make sure you have got the bigger ring at the bottom there because that's what we're gonna hook on our keychain. So I'm gonna hold the one side and then take my jewelry pliers and then just twist this out towards me. Don't pull them apart like that and separate them because it's gonna be hard to put them back together again. So twist them out that way, and then you can loop your keychain onto it. Get that on there, grab those pliers again, and we're gonna line those two ends back up. Now, if you find this is hurting your fingers too much, you could use 2 pairs of pliers and that could help as well. So there it is, closed back up, and we've got a very cute photo keychain. So now I just have to make the rest of them. Now, if you made your stickers with the laminate sheets like these ones, you assembled them the exact same way as the other ones. But now you may be wondering what the difference is in using the laminate sheets versus not using them. The printable sticker paper I use from Tech Wrap says that the sticker paper is waterproof. However, that does not mean your ink is going to be waterproof. So I did a little water test to show you the difference. This family picture keychain does not have a laminate sheet over top, so I ran it underwater and I didn't see much change in the photo, but when I rubbed my finger on top of it, then the picture started to fade a little bit. So here's a side-by-side comparison. You can see the one on the left looks a little faded. That's the one that I got wet and I scrubbed it a little bit with my finger. And the other one was not exposed to the water. I also put my keychain that had the laminate sheet on it underwater and I scrubbed that as well with my finger, and there was no change whatsoever. The laminate really helps this keychain hold up well. So once again, here's a side-by-side comparison. The one on the left got wet and the one on the right didn't, and they look exactly the same. I also find the keychains that have the laminate on top of them, they just seem to look a lot more professional. You may not be able to tell the difference too much on the camera. It feels like it has a better quality to it. So if you're wanting to sell these, I definitely recommend using the laminate on top of your stickers. But if you're just making these for yourself or gifts for a friend, the laminate is not necessary at all and the keychains still look great. I just love how all of these turned out. I hope you enjoyed crafting along with me today. If you decided to make some of these photo keychains, let me know in the comments how it turned out. I'd love to hear about it. And if you're looking for another project to do with these acrylic blank keychains, I have another video on how to engrave these keychains, which you can check out right over here. I hope to see you on more crafting adventures.